Hello there, my name is HOI4 and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Waking the Tiger, Guangxi Clique, where we are hoping quite soon to launch a border war, a border conflict indeed with China. We completely ruined the first one we did with Yunnan because we didn't quite understand what we were doing, but this time it's going to be different. We're going to stride in there into the state of Guizhou, and we're going to, ruin China's day. He has no troops on our border because he's busy fighting the Japanese. And at this rate, we aren't even going to be able to get to war with China before Japan just eats him. So, yeah, we are trying to rush down to the focus which gives us China's tree. And hopefully somehow that will give us the ability to be at war with Japan. We can't justify yet. World tension is too low for non-aligned people. And the sound effects of the guns are beginning to get a little bit tiresome, so I'm going to turn them down. I'm assuming it's effect volume. Okay, so speed 4. Now, of course, just like last time, we can appoint a field marshal now, can't we? We've got Li Zongren as a field marshal. He is an infantry officer, and we can assign him a new trait as well. This is cool. So, offensive doctrine now is no longer Orgloss when moving. Sorry, no. It is Orgloss when moving. It's no longer reduction in combat width. So 22 and 44 width divisions are now dead. There's no point to ever have them. So we could do that, or max entrenchment. Reinforce rate plus 2%. Charismatic. Division recovery rate. I think we're going to go for the reinforce rate. Let's go for that. So now he's got that trait. They can have quite a lot of traits. I think it's like up to 3 traits, and they can have background ones like this guy's an infantry officer and that kind of thing. Their stats now, as you can see, there's no overall level that gives you. There's a level, but it doesn't give you a benefit. The benefits come from the individual stat levels. So attack 20%, defense 15%, planning speed, and supply consumption. And I'm as far as I can tell, they stack. So divisions under this army here that have this field marshal will get 30% attack bonus, for example. So you basically you always want to have a field marshal with generals. You don't want to have troops directly under a field marshal or armies attached to nobody. So it does completely change the way in which you want to run your armies. Okay, how long left? 16 days. 16 days to go. We're doing pretty well on resources still. We have lots of resources in our country. Still trying to build civilian factories. You probably build military ones, honestly. That maybe would have been a better idea. Could have had one done by now, I think. And being able to build us a little bit of artillery and support equipment can make all the difference in getting engineers in or support artillery. Okay. Proclaim rival government. It's time to make our ambitions official. We require nothing less than full control over China. Wonderful. We've still got a deficit of guns for 33 days. Because we changed up to infantry equipment 1. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, the times 10 times 5 buttons now, so you can, if you want, you can assign 100 factories, or however many factories you want to online, or you can just use the plus and minus buttons here and shift to control click. Have what you want. So there may not be a need to use extended and streamlined production mod, although you may still want to use it. There are some situations where you might want to. It's more apparent in big nations than Guangxi. Okay. Escalate to border conflict with China. We're going to go immediately. There's no reason to delay. Okay, so now we have our... Yeah, so it's 6 divisions is the maximum. Apparently, it's not this province here. Oh, no, it isn't. It is not that province. Wait, what? So... It's not the entire state. It's only part of the state we're fighting over. Yeah, so that little icon that does mean border conflict. Must have been a bug earlier on when that icon appeared in China. Alright, well, Godspeed. We have no control over this. But let's alter this so we're not getting our wires crossed. Let's have my other 18 divisions sit there. We should win. There's no one here. I mean, what's happening? What's going on? Just at 100. We have to wait. Are they going to move forwards? What's going to happen, game? It's just at 100. But we're shooting nobody. There's no one there. What? What? Oh, or do we just wait, and then the loser or winner is determined just by the color of the battle or the number? Is that it? You don't actually move into the provinces. You just sort of fight, and then in X numbers of okay, just search as a timer. The clash in the borderlands between Guangxi and Guizhou saw our forces win a clear victory over the forces of Chiang Kai-shek. The Chinese forces have fallen back to regroup, and our forces have taken control of the disputed area. Nice! I got the entire state. Wow! Can I do that again? I cannot do that again. I like this. All right, let's stretch my army out then. We're going to run out of provinces, aren't we? Yes, yes, we are. All right, we need to get some more divisions. We can go back down to just regular. We have 5 factories now. Let's get one more on guns, and then let's start building some support equipment. Yeah, it sort of ruined my command structure here when it did the border conflict. That's all right. We want to do this. Okay. So there are no other border conflicts I can do with the Chinese, I wonder. Seems to not be the case. You can just do it once. When's our focus finished? I want to see if we can go to war immediately when this focus finishes. I think Japan's going to beat us here. Like, there's nothing we can do. Like, China will give up quite soon. Have they taken... They haven't taken some victory points. Let's see what happens. If we can't get to war with China immediately, or within a reasonable time frame, we'll do a border conflict against Yunnan, I think. This time we should be able to win. We'll have more of a front here, and we can attack with better divisions than they have. Yeah, their divisions are quite small. They're much smaller than I thought they were. 3 to 5, it's like, yeah, so it's very small. We'll be fine. Okay, we're very nearly there. 30 days to go. We have a surplus of guns, so we could start training up some more divisions. Let's let it accrue a little bit more, and then we'll start doing it. We're still only building 22.6 guns a day, and we are low on aluminium, in fact. Let's trade for some... Oh crap, I haven't got any convoys. France, give me some aluminium. Decisions available. Institute press censorship. There's no point doing that. We're already at 100% non-aligned popularity. Okay. We could do... Surely we could do... Oh, we still can't do this because we're not at 50% war support. Damn it. Alright, let's hire some infantry experts, I think would be the best one to do. We can't. We haven't got an infantry expert. Alright, we'll do army offense then. Okay, yeah, they're coming across my offensive lines now, the Japanese. We're not going to get any land, are we? Japan's just going to take it all, and then I'll have to fight him, and it will be really difficult. We're not really equipped for a war against China, sorry, Japan. I don't think. Well, we can try. We can try our best, though. I guess. I suppose. 5 days to go. We haven't used any of our command powers yet. Force attack, last stand. They are pretty powerful. They just, doing this once will cost over half of my command power. But it is a pretty massive buff, just temporarily. Okay, here we are. Proclaim arrival of government. And now we have the China tree. And it's completely blank, so we get to start right from the top. That's good. I want to fight Japan. How can I, or China, how can I do this? It's not clear to me how I actually get to war with China. Do I take any new spirits on? No, I've still got the same spirits. Right, so China's focus tree then. What do we need to do? Subjugate the warlords. Invite foreign investors. We do need industry. We do need some military factories really badly. Oh, that adds it in Shaanxi and Guang. Is Shaanxi my state? Well, Shaanxi was up north. Okay, let's start with the political tree, I think. And create factions. There's nothing great here, is there? I don't want to fight Japan yet. Alright, we'll start with the unified industrial planning then. We'll start training some divisions. Train what we can. Alright, well I guess we might as well start a border conflict then, because we still can't fight these guys. Once we've got enough power, well, we've got a long time actually, we could maybe start staging an incident at Yunnan. Did I do a focus wrong? I'm surprised that there's no way by focus for me to get to war with China at this sort of time. Subjugate the warlords. Maybe that would do it. Unlock to integrate the war. Because are China now a warlord? I don't know. I don't really understand quite how this all works. Republicanism, judicial yuan, legislative yuan. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. The lack of royal attention is in me. I can't do anything, and I'm just helpless. I'm just helpless to watch as Japan eat China. Okay. Oh, I can join the United Front. Did you put me at war with Japan? I don't want to do that. I wanted to kill China. You know, I wanted to fight the Chinese. Has some more political support points. Where do I see how many political support points we all have? I don't see where the menu is for that. Oh yeah, we have a mini map now as well, which is quite cool. It's fun. Can we click on it like this? Yes, we can. Look at that. That's fun. Yeah, I don't want to fight Japan right now. That seems like a really bad idea. So I'm not going to join the United Front in any way, shape, or form. Sorry, China. You yeah, you're dead. Okay, so we need to think about how we are going to fight Japan then. That is a very good question. They're way more powerful than I am. It's quite difficult to see actually how we do this. Honestly. We can eat Yunnan, probably quite easily. We could maybe go toward the Allies, get down into Siam and seize resources and stuff down here. So maybe we have to sort of be temporarily on Japan's side. And then eventually liberate China. That could work. Oh, but for things like fighting the Allies, we have to wait a while until world tension rises so we can actually justify on people. Not going to be a quick process, is it? Especially with really low political power. Okay, let's research. What should we research? Engineer company, so we can use our support equipment when we have enough. We have 37 so far. Right, speed 5 is making me lag a little bit, so we'll stay on a more comfortable speed 4. Should all be assigned to this one front line. I don't know what else you'll be doing. War propaganda against Japan, specifically. Tomorrow Japan could be our enemy. We need you to defend your country today. Prerequisites. I meet them, I just can't do it now. Well, I can right now. For 90 days, weekly war support plus 1%. Is that it? There's no Japan specific things that happen. It's just a war against Japan thing. The effect is the same, it seems, except this one's much cheaper, actually, to be fair. So what's going to be more useful? Rushing for the conflict with Yan'an, who have 2 factories, 3 civvy factories, or we take war propaganda against Japan, get enough war support to get over 50% and go to war economy. I'm not sure. I think I want to get more territory quicker because I'm worried that Japan might get it. So we're going to rush up to the Yunnan border incident. And let's actually pull off 6 divisions. Well, no. To form the front line. It does seem like 6 is the cap. And give them a red colour. There we are. Okay, so then we'll whack you against this front here. 4th International. Alright, there we are. So these hopefully should default to be the border war guys. See, it takes time now for my general to transfer between armies. Chen Jitang takes 14 days. Alright, there's unified industrial planning. An additional research slot, that's going to be helpful. Let's do that. Hungary renounces Treaty of Trianon, as you might expect. Could probably click a new insignia here. Yeah, so 2. This army is not in the army group, it's sort of unattached, basically. Right, I guess we'll wait then. We only need 0.6 physical power a day, we need like 40. I can't see any way to get rid of those 2 national spirits now. Maybe if we can eventually become China's tag, that removes them, but there's no way in this tree to do it, I don't think, because it's not the right nation's focus tree. So I'm not entirely sure where we go on that front, basically. But I guess maybe that'll become clear as we go forwards. Okay, so there's some more divisions for us. They'll have to go in this army. I need to hire a new general. Can we do that now, in fact? Oh, that costs political power. Oh. I assumed it would have cost command power to hire a new general, but apparently not. He is a 2-1-1-1. That's not too bad. He's got 2 attack, which is good. Okay, what do we want to research? There's new stuff here for special forces to increase the rate at which they gain acclimatization. Obviously, these are now much more sparing troops. You can't just equip your entire army as mountaineers anymore. This is all ahead of time, but not really, and we can... I think it might pay off to go ahead of time on these industry techs. Yeah, it's only 87 days. Let's go back. Right, let's start building some military factories. We really need to get moving on that front. I'm surprised China is still going here. He's trying his best. Communist China is still pretty intact. Not quite sure what Japan will do. I expect he'll do his whole puppeting, reorganise nationalist China again. And obviously he won't be able to take this southern bit here because I control it. Don't want to see these really. I have no divisions in basic training. That is unfortunate. We need to do that. Let's run a small deficit. 3,000 guns. That's what? 100 days. Okay, I can deal with that. Actually, no, we'll trim one off. It's just 2,000. He hasn't taken Chongqing. I'm assuming once he takes Chongqing here, Chongqing, then China will give up. That would be my guess. But we I'll wait to see what will happen. I would hope that if we do, when we do go to war with China or Japan, and also his puppet China, we might be able to hold a pretty good defensive line. There's enough rivers here, which will make excellent places to hold for most of our front, and some mountains. But yeah, I think we've got to take out Yunnan and France and Siam, maybe the Raj, if we can, before we countenance fighting the Japanese. But obviously, I'm not going to be able to defeat the Allies before I fight Japan, so I don't want to be in the same faction as Japan. I just want to not be at war with him. Don't know if he's going to have any kind of desire to justify on me. It could be. Could happen. So I guess we'll see. Right, 17 political power to go before we can do this. I could just not do a focus for a little bit and that'll speed it up. I wonder if the game will recognise that this is my army for the border conflict, whatever they call it. Is it conflict or war? I can't even remember. Border clashes, in fact. Not conflict or a war. Clash. It's like a whole level below. Okay, well, I will leave this episode here. Thank you all very much for watching. My name has been Adaway, and I will see you all again in the next episode of this Guangxi Clique adventure as we try to not die to Japan. See you then.